I can see some details when I look at stuff, but I can't see very far and very small things.
I'm an avid photographer, a writer, and art. I love to paint. My name is Tiffany Chartier. I have retinitis pigmentosa.
My name is Holt James Micah, and I have a disease called retinitis pigmentosa.
I have a visual impairment, which is an eye condition where it's slowly taking away my vision.
Slowly, my world is dissolving. My 3 children have a mom who's going blind, and the oldest of the 3 children, Holt, is going blind. We found out that Holt had retinitis pigmentosa when he was 2 years old. It took us to our knees.
Bjorn is our youngest child. We found out around 2002 that he has retinitis pigmentosa.
When he was diagnosed, we did more research. We found out that he could possibly lose his vision going down the road. We didn't know if it was tomorrow or once he turned 80. We have no idea.
At the time, it was somewhat unique to have 4 generations of RP, as Holt, Tiffany, Tiffany's father and grandfather all have RP. Being the parent of a child with RP, it's scary. Being married to somebody with RP, it's scary. You don't know when that window may close on their eyesight.
With any type of disability, you don't know what's coming ahead of you, and it's just one of those things that you can't fix. And as a parent, you do want to be able to fix everything. Some days are bad days where he will say, I hate my vision, or I wish I was normal, or, why me? The rest of the family doesn't have RP. Those are hard days to handle sometimes because there's not a quick and easy answer.
Sometimes it's challenging. People treat you different when you have a disability than when you don't have a disability. I'm a little worried about going totally blind because for a kid, it's just not easy to think about.
Holt's kids today have a 50% chance when he has kids. He's 13 years old, but until they have a cure, those odds don't change. And to hear your son say, well, I won't have kids then, Dad. That's just not something you want to hear from your kid.
I do not want my son to have to go through some of the same things that I've had to go through as far as adjusting goes. It's difficult. You get to the point where it's like, I don't want to limit myself because who's really in control here? It's the disease. No, not going to happen. And that's when the foundation steps in.
There's the support piece that we found from the foundation, and then there's the hope piece.
You're not the only family, and you're not out there by yourself. You have someone that's behind you that's really coming up with great ideas and pushing to make things happen. So
right. They are just really just like, okay, we're running after these cures. It's been long enough, and it's time for a change.
Back in 1971, a year after I'd lost my sight, my wife Luli and I decided we wanted to do whatever we could to find treatments and cures for the disease I had and for other diseases like it. And that's when we decided to start a foundation, the Foundation Fighting Blindness.
The urgent mission of the foundation is to put an end to blinding retinal diseases. We want to develop the preventions, the treatments, and the cures for such diseases as retinitis pigmentosa, Usher syndrome, Stargardt's disease, and various forms of macular degeneration.
More than 10 million Americans and millions more around the world of every age and race suffer vision loss due to these blinding diseases. The Foundation Fighting Blindness places strong emphasis on patient education, public awareness, and advocacy, and has 50 volunteer-led chapters across the country dedicated to raising critical funds and providing support to their communities.
In supporting the foundation, donors are investing in the future. They're investing in their own future. They're investing in the future of their children, their grandchildren. It's an opportunity to make a difference in the lives of thousands of people. It's the kind of difference that only medical research can make.
There's been a tremendous amount of research on retinitis pigmentosa and associated conditions over the last 35 years. Most of this research can be directly attributed to the role of the Foundation Fighting Blindness.
The Foundation is concentrating on three major areas at the present time. One is to replace the defective cells in the retina. A second is to replace the defective genes where mutations have caused the retinal disease. And the third is to develop new treatments that protect the otherwise degenerating retina.
We're relying on the foundation and the researchers working there to find a cure, because until they do, this doesn't end.
Scientists and clinicians working with the foundation have shown for the first time that a particular form of inherited retinitis pigmentosa affecting babies is treatable. The blindness is reversible.
To go forward with these sort of studies, you have to walk before you can run. And I view this as the first walking step. And I think we're headed towards running towards the other diseases.
Maybe there is no right time to have RP. You know, you maybe never wanted to have it, but to have it right now in this time is a great time to have it because we are seeing changes.
10 years ago, the disease set the pace. Now we have clinical trials that are not just looking into whether something might be able to help a patient, but are actually showing that they do help patients restore vision.
For people who have visual disorders, blinding diseases, I think they now have hope that there could be, in their lifetime, the development of a treatment which would restore their vision or at least halt the progression of their disease.
Because of the foundation, I am able to answer my son when he says, "Dad, am I going to go blind?" I feel very confident that I'm being honest with him when I say no.
We can anticipate a time when hundreds of patients in this country are involved in clinical trials. Problem is, these treatment trials cost money, and support from the foundation is going to be crucial moving ahead.
If I got my vision fully back, I will be able to drive a car, I will be able to play baseball and different things that I'm not able to do right now, I will be able to do.
We're doing everything we can with the foundation to raise awareness, to raise funds, to find a cure.
I still want to take pictures. I love capturing love. I love the moments between the blinks. But there's times when I'm afraid to blink because I just don't know when I open my eyes again, what will I see?